Hi everyone, I'm Holly from Hand Printed, and in this video I'm going to show you how to deal with ink reticulation. Ink reticulation is something that happens when you're lino printing sometimes, and it's where you apply your ink to the block and it splits. It won't cover your block evenly and it starts to pool on the surface, which results in a print that isn't even, which can be really frustrating. It seems to most commonly happen on vinyl, so plastic vinyls, using water-based ink. But I'm going to show you what it looks like for me here today. I've got a piece of our blue Easy Carve, which is a great material but sometimes can have this splitting issue. I'm going to use Schmincke water-based printing ink, and I'm just going to use this little roller to apply a bit to my surface. Now I've just rolled over the top, and you can hopefully see that the ink has started to split and pool on the surface. It's not even. And even when I apply more on the surface, you can see that it's pooling, and if I leave it for longer, it splits up, and you have areas where it's resisted the ink, which means I'm not going to get a nice even print on this surface. But it's not a big problem, because there's something that we can do to fix it. The first thing I always do if I'm getting this problem is to just wash my block. So sometimes all it takes is a little bit of washing up liquid and water just to degrease the block. Sometimes that's all it needs, but occasionally you can get something that's a little bit more stubborn and you need to put a bit more time into prepping your block. Now this seems to work on Japanese vinyl, soft cut, easy carve, any of the vinyls that we use. You can also use this technique on the traditional lino. In fact, some people always prep their lino in this way before starting a print, just to get that more even ink coverage. But I'm going to be using a sanding block. This is a really fine sanding block, nothing too rough, nothing too scratchy, because I don't want to put any scratches in my block. We find these really useful. We've actually started selling these. We have these on the website now, so that you can add it to your shopping cart if you're buying some lino or some soft cut or easy carve. Then you can just put it in your cart in case any of the blocks start to split, and you can fix it straight away. It seems to work best when wet, so I'm just going to put a tiny drop of water on my block here, and I'm just going to go over my block with my sanding block. It's best to do this before you do any carving, so just prep your blocks before you start, because you don't risk damaging any carving that you've done. So I've just gone all over my whole block. You can see there's no scratches, you can't really see a difference between it. Potentially it's a little bit less shiny than the other side, but there's not a lot in it. So hopefully now, just taking some Schmincke again, same ink, same roller, and I can roll over the surface. And get nice even coverage. If there are any bits that are still reticulating, you can clean the block, go back, and just go over those a little bit more with some water and sanding block. So there you have a really easy solution to what can be quite an annoying problem that comes up occasionally. Hopefully that's been helpful to you at home. We've got all of these blocks, the ink, the rollers, and now these sanding blocks available on the website, so please do take a look if you're in need of any of those things. Let us know if you need any help or if you've got any problems you'd like us to try and solve. Happy printing!